Hello, this is Teresa, Crafty Grams. Welcome to the lair. Before I get started on today's little mess make, I have got to say a huge, 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 huge thank you to all my new subscribers. From the beginning of this year until now, I went from just over 40 subscribers to now I have over 120. I am beyond. I don't have the words for it. I'm ecstatic. I'm humbled. I'm a little emotional about it. But anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope you continue to enjoy my videos. And for today, I have an idea from Kathy at Raven Vintage uh, that is part of her 100 Ways of Using Scraps. So it's all about envelopes, and I tried to find like scrap envelopes, junk envelopes, junk mail envelopes. But here in Georgia, it is quite humid, and the flaps um, glued themselves down. So what I have here are they're scrap envelopes. They're new, never used, but they are scrap envelopes because they're too wide. Even this one is too big for what I consider, standard size journal. So they hang off the page, and for some things that's fine, but for a pocket, it's not so much fine because things will fall out of pockets that hang over the edge of pages. So, in order to demonstrate what Kathy showed, the very many ways that the flap is necessary, is that once you get it cut down to size, you'll attach it to the page with the envelope flap. And there's several ways to attach it. You can attach it sideways so that it flops down. You can attach it so it flops up. You can attach it so it wraps around. I mean, myriads of ways to attach it by the flap, but the flap is kind of key to attaching it to your junk journal page. Therefore, the ones that I have that the flaps are glued down, not going to do me much good. So, let me get that paper back. Come here, bit paper. Um, so they're too wide for the page, and uh, so what Kathy did was she sort of folded hers in half, um, found the middle, and then cut off equal amounts from each side. And that's one way to do it, of course, obviously. That way, if you've got the pointed flap, your point still is in the middle. But I don't think any of these have that pointed flap. That's rather flat. That's flat. Let's see if this one's flat. Flat. Okay, so I don't have that issue. So I'm just gonna chop them to. Gosh, I put this piece of paper away one more time. Okay. So let's see. Listen, y'all. It is cold here again. We went from needing air conditioning to it's cold. I have not turned the heat on except at night. But anyway, it's cold. It's cold. And so my brain, my fingers, none of that functions very well in the cold. So this is basically 5.5 inches wide. So that's kind of what we're going for. Something to fit on a 5.5 inch wide page should be not 5.5 inches wide, because I can't say that narrower word. Anyway, so there's 5. I'm just gonna go for 5-ish, 5-ish inches. Now I'm looking at it. I can curve the edge. Okay, let me finish arguing with myself. So the biggest thing about this is that, okay, these are they're what I consider scrap because, as I said, they don't fit on my pages, so I would probably not use them as they are intended to be used. Just, even just covering them up is too much. Um, they're just going to be too big. They could be wraparounds and then they add too much bulk, so they just would not be used. And then the next big issue is that I'm using scraps. Obviously, these are not all the scraps that I have, but this is an easily manageable size. But the biggest problem I'm going to run into is not waffling about what scraps are acceptable or what scraps I should use and trying to match and coordinate. I'm really going to try not to do that. I said I'm going to try not to. I'm not saying I'm not going to. I'm going to try not to. Look, that one's basically in half. Okay, well, not half, but I can use both ends of that, so to speak. Right. And this one. And this one. Yeah, this one will be the same way. So, I might, oh gosh, I can't, I can't talk and concentrate at the same time. And what does that say about what I'm saying? Anyway, this one is so beautiful. It's from Thomas Kincaid, Christmas cards I sent out one year. And it's beautiful, but I don't have any more of the Christmas cards. Well, I already sent those Christmas cards out, so even if I did have more, I wouldn't use them again. Anyway, but this beautiful flap on the back, it may get, I may actually not glue that down right there because it's really pretty. Anyway, so now I have everything cut to proper size. I'll get to them last. I'm just going to start. So I'm going to fold this back because that's going to be glued to the page. That's the plan for that one. It is way crooked. Why is that? Somebody must tell me why that is, because the other one's not. Okay, we're going to use this one. Is it? It is a little bit crooked. Why? You saw me cut it with the straight cutting thing. Oh, glory be to St. Peter. I'm going to tell you what. I'm trying to keep this edge straight. Okay. There we go. Even if it's not straight, it's straighter. So we're going with it. Okay, so this is going to be glued down to the page. I don't have to decorate this piece of it. I am going to deconstruct this with there might be something to cutting off each end, because here I go opening this envelope. My fingers aren't working. I told y'all. All right, so here's how I do this. I just bend it, curve it, and push it along. Okay, this is straight-ish. I'm just going to cut that so I don't have any funky corners to be dealing with, or edges, or whatever you want to call that piece. Funky shape is what I call it, which I do not need in my life. And I don't really need much in the way of decorative element there. So that's going to be, there we go. I was going to say that's going to be awful hard to deal with because it's black. I don't do much with black. And you know what? I think I'm not going to use that. AJ was here. No, that's not big enough. Oh my goodness. What was that I was saying about not waffling? Yeah. That's a story I tell myself. It's not going to be big enough after I cut the white border off. That will work very nicely. We'll measure. If you know, you know. I don't measure, which sometimes gets me into a lot of trouble. Sometimes makes no difference at all. I think I'm going to use my glue stick for these because I don't want to be dealing with mushy, soggy papers. Let's get the glue out the drawer. Like so. Just like so. Yeah, I didn't need to use this whole piece of paper, did I? But you know what cutting it would do? Just make more scraps. More scraps. Move. This is why I have a hard time staying not in focus, in frame, because I push things out of the way, put things down in the way, I mean, and then instead of moving them, I move myself till I'm in a square this big at the bottom. Okay, happy with that. I'm not real happy with that, so I think I am just going to cut it off. Cut it off, cut it off. And that way it'll give us easier access to the pocket, right? And I'm also going to put a notch in there. Center. Oh no, say it ain't so. Well, now I'm really sad. I should have put something behind it. Make it a bit thicker. Maybe I'll wait until I cover it to do that. That's not wide enough. But I can make a little collage-y sort of thing going on. Let's see if I can find something to coordinate. I could use that piece of book paper there, or, you know, printable book page. Yep, we can do that. Cut the white borders off. And if you are so inclined, you could ink all these papers around the edges before you use them as well. But I'm not so inclined to do that today. I'm gonna lose my mind here in a minute. I don't want to. There. I didn't want to get glue on it, but working with it folded all the way out was kind of making me crazy. I mean, I know it doesn't take much, but it kind of was making me crazy. I don't know what went on down here, but there's a little bit of something glued to the bottom of it. Don't know what. Don't matter. Very good grammar. And I am overhanging this a little bit. So that I'll have a nice straight edge there that hopefully will not come up. Oh, sorry, did I bump y'all with my fat head? All right, now this one is a little too long, so we're going to chop that off. I'm going to make it a little less wide too. See what I did there? I avoided that word. Make it a little less wide. Like that. I'm digging it. I'm digging it so far. So, what's everybody doing this week? Having some fun. Yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, which also my youngest son's birthday. So, thank you all for celebrating Thomas's birthday. No, his name is not Patrick. Okay. Let's see if I have a. I was going to see if I have a small piece of something that would go there, but I can use this. Cut it off squarely, not straight across the edge there. And do I want to do that? And then I'll just have this that's not covered. How do I feel about that? I'll think about that. I'll think about it. In the meantime, I'm going to glue that right across the whole thing. Right the way across. Okay. Like that. Why did I do that though? Because it's going to be directional. And it might be upside down on this side. Let me have a think. No, it actually won't. It'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't be ridiculous. It's fine. Okay. So, moving right along. Moving right along. These are in the wrong place. Let's see. Let us see. That's just white paper. What's this? What's this? What's this? Well, that could just cover the whole rest of it. Let's see if I can custom cut this. Right there. I'll cut it at this junction, and then from there to there, because I don't want it to go across that that fold, make it too bulky to fold, too bulky to fold. So I'm going to cut very carefully from there to there, and then from there to there. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about over here. Yeah, I do. Maybe I do. Almost. Look at me go. I'm ridiculously proud of that. She says before she even tries to put it down. Yeah, woo, that was close. I can move it up a skosh. So yeah, we'll just cut the excess off after I have glued it. So yeah, that was pretty tricky of me, I think. Okay, yeah, it wasn't all that impressive. But that did save a little bit of other kind of cutting. Oh, well, let's get it on here the whole way, shall we? No, apparently we shall not. Move over. Sorry, I gotta do it this way apparently, because this is how my brain functions. And too far down. Gosh. It's just paper and glue, people. It's just paper and glue. Yet I have not mastered it. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Well, that was not at all straight on any front, but it's okay. I'm actually going to do that on the guillotine because it needs to be, all of that needs to be straight. So that's how we're going to do that. Over here with old Gilly the guillotine. Okay. So now I'm going to try cutting the thumb notch here. Like that. And then it'll be very lovely once it is decorated up. I am thinking. I am thinking. I'm debating. The debate is whether I should ink it right now or not. Because I don't know. That's why. Because I don't know. This has to come down a little bit. Still not neat and straight along that edge there. That's better. Okay, so that's going to be glued down like that. And this is going to be the pocket. That's going to be the back side. And then that I may leave blank until I go to use it. Because I'm not sure how I'm going to use it. That's why. Just because. Because that. Because of all of that. Okay, so that's one done as it's going to get for today's purposes. Right, so these others I am going to open up from the side instead of trying to cut it with the craft knife. And that way I can try and make it straight. This side is not straight. What the heck goes with these, man? All right. So am I using, let me do because I don't know. Envelopes are clearly not manufactured straight. And it's frustrating. So that's like that now. And I'm going to cut this a little bit. Yeah, my brain's still working. I'm going to cut this off until the curve of the flap. Because, yeah, I'm having problems with that. Because even if I round it, it's not going to be the same. Anyway, moving right along. I want to do at least one of each kind. So try and get these 3 done. I already did that one. Yep, yep, yep. All right. Okay. I'm not going to do either side of any of the flaps until I figure out how exactly they're going to attach to the page. And this one, in actual fact, I could just, I might do it with the next one, but I could just like stamp on this. And that would be very cool, I think. It's not big enough for anything, for much of anything. What is that? That's interesting. I have no idea where that came from. Okay. Okay. But I'm going to use it. Let's see. Let's not be ridiculous with it here. I don't need that much of it. But I like this piece that's, looks like the watercolor has washed off. I like that very much. I'm going to use that piece right there. This is actually rather stiff, heavyweight is the word I'm looking for. scrapbook paper, so it may, excuse my arm, it may need more than glue stick, but that's future me's problem. So yeah, let's see what else we can find. Oh, that's a whole piece of paper. Yeah, I think it is. But I think I'm going to do just that because I like it. Let's see if my pencil will. I can't see it. I cannot. I'm going to take it over to the machine over here very quickly. Not quick enough, apparently. And cut it off by feeling where I put an indentation into it. Now I can't get it up. There we go. Wanted to stay with the guillotine, because why wouldn't it? It's sort of got a sheen to it, so it's a bit slippery. I will probably have to use wet glue on this. Another side's less than ideal. We'll put it that way. Not something I would actively choose to use. Okay. There we go. I quite like that. Let's see what we're going to do with this side. Well, there's that. And there's this. Oh, excuse me. There's that. Well, I have completely changed the color of this from craft to gray. I don't think I'm going to go with that. I just don't think so. It's all looking like wallpaper now. Oh my goodness. You know how when you get something, an idea in your head, you can't get past it. So now everything looks like wallpaper. Not that there's anything wrong with wallpaper. It's just kind of not, not what I was, not the look I was trying to achieve. Now I'm going way the other way to not look like wallpaper. I'm telling you. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. It's on the other side. Red polka dots. Oh, hello, Christmas. Honestly, what am I doing? What am I gonna do with myself? What was it I said? I was gonna try not to do. Oh, hello. Oh, well, hello. Yes, I believe I'm going to use that. Thank you very much. Took me long enough, huh? Oh no, there's still some space left I have to cover up. What will I do? There is just no telling, you know? No telling. I could actually stay there for a second. I could actually use a piece of book page. Book page is always an excellent idea, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. And look what I'm doing. I'm making more scraps. They're just piling up over here underneath the blade of my guillotine. More scraps. At least those book scraps, I know what to do with book page scraps. Go right down there in my future project that I'm gonna do before my life is over and make paper. I'm gonna do it, y'all. I'm gonna do it. I am. Just have to wait until the weather's nice so I can lay it outside to dry. That's my excuse now. We'll see what I come up with when the weather's nicer. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, I probably did that, oriented it the wrong way. So I think I have just limited ways in which I can adhere that. It's gonna have to be either that way or that way. I actually kind of like the idea of that. Flip down. Oopsie. So yeah, sorry. I waffled. That's what happens. That is what happens. And now all the gluey is gone. And I can leave that little section to be covered up by something. Can I do that? Am I comfortable with doing that? I know I can, but will my crazy brain allow it? Because it's down there at the bottom. I just don't know. Let me put this piece down, and I will have a better idea of what my brain is telling me must be done next. I buried my scissors over here. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. It's probably quite dry enough by now. Do you know what my brain just told me? Put a piece of that there. Sure, and why not? Well, let's glue it first. And then we'll see how big it needs to be cut. Because sure, why not? I don't even know if I put enough glue there. Like that. Okay. I can cut that off. Maybe. Yes, I can. And I am going to cut this off a little bit. Actually, I'm going to cut this little bit off. That's what that was all about. That's what those words were supposed to be. Okay. I like that too. Can I go ahead and put a finger notch in there? No, I don't think I'm going to do that one. That's really rather clever, I think. I like that. I like those sort of monotone colors. Is that what I'm trying to say? Is that the right word? Monotone, not monotone. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's not monotone there, though. It's monochrome. Monochrome. Yeah, that's what it is. Monochrome. Okay. This, I think I'm going to use the wallpaper for. I really like it. It's just that on that, I wasn't feeling it. But now, I'm going to leave that inside security pattern. I like it. So I'm going to leave that just as is. And I will glue this down. I think I am going to use my PVA glue. I don't know why I started way over there, but that's okay. I will adhere it down that way. Just kind of measure. See how far I need to put the glue. Oops, not on my craft mat. Don't need to put it straight on the craft mat. Okay. Let's get that up. All right. So there is that. Oh, sorry, I just bumped the microphone. I forget it's there. But yeah, our agreement is working out just fine right now until I forget again. Okay, so that's that. And this will be this. I need to not do that because I need to cover right up to that line, whatever that line is. So let's do something that's very different. I think I'm going to use that side of it. And I'm going to have to cut this off first so I can see where the envelope ends. Not where the sidewalk ends, where the envelope ends. Okay. That is that. Oh, look. Scrap. Scraps never end in this industry. found on the mark where to cut this one. And I'm going to cut this one. Okay. Is that how I wanted to do it? I mean, it doesn't really matter, but okay. Alrighty then. I have gotten myself confused. I really don't know that it matters which way up is, but just since I muffed up the last one, I'm a little bit more conscious of it. Wow, that was a great cutting job. Okay, we're going to let it dry for a little bit. And that's another one done. And I'm going to do this pretty one. Good enough. Oh, this one has the Sorry, I love the texture of the embossing. It's just the way it is. It's a really pretty piece of paper. It's not big enough to put in there. That's a shame. That is a shame. Oh, well, that works. This must be from the same source. Now I'm going to put that one there. And then I will use the green one somewhere on this project. Because I believe they are, well, I like them both, but I also believe that they're coordinating from the same paper pack or paper pad or whatever it was. Right. Well, let's see what we got. That is bright. Ooh, that one's shiny, but it's, I mean, maybe just enough to put down there. What do we think? No, I think I like it. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off of it. Like so. And then like so. Yeah, I know y'all can't see, sorry. But there. Like that. Just like that. Just like that. Same on both sides. Alrighty. I hope the glue stick does it. I mean, I can always go back and use the wet glue if needs be. And then this one. La la la. I don't have much to chat about today, so sorry. Da, da, da. Looks like I missed that whole edge, but I mean, y'all saw me do it with y'all as my witness. Okay. I think I put that on the wrong way, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Tis fine. All the way fine. Let's look at these. These are just, oh, they're all very thick cardstocky or sparkly. That's very close to what's already there, so no. Let's see. If you don't see anything, feel free to shout. What's that? Ooh. Oh, oh. I wish I had seen that first. I could tuck that underneath. And it wouldn't be quite so woo in your face. But the colors are actually pretty good. What have we here? That's a bit busy, isn't it? What do we think? Excuse me. Ooh, I love that paper. Is it too much with the green floral? I don't care. I'm using it because I like it. I could use it over here. Like that. Yeah, I think I like that even better. Even better. This side. This side, I don't want it to be too matchy-matchy. I might actually just leave that there. dry already. This one, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to use it as a, you know, attachment flap. Woo! Yeah, I'm going to glue this like this. Allow me to demonstrate. I'm going to glue this here, glue it to the back of the page, and have it flap. And then, maybe I'm not. Maybe I can do it this way. Oh, I can do it this way. And have it flip up. Or down. I think I might do it this way. Have it flip down. And that way I can use this, glue it on like that, and use it as a, this will be a pocket as well. Yeah. Yep. I think I will do that. I like that idea pretty muchly. Okay. Now, what do I do here? What do I do here? It's not wide enough. That's a shame, because that would be kind of cute. What is this? Also not wide enough. Fiddlesticks, man. Fiddlesticks. Nope. Okay. I just want something wide enough for that. Do I do that? Is that okay? That's fine. It's fine. What do you mean, is that okay? It's fine. Fine and dandy. I'm going to cut it a bit big so I can make sure it's straight. Excuse me. So I'll cut it off a big page that way, and then cut some off of the other end to make sure it's straight. Didn't look straight. It did not look straight. Wasn't. So, there we go. There we go. Not quite to the end with the glue. Uh-oh, don't faint. Don't faint. I'm trying to see which end I left the glue off of. And there it is. And I still don't think it's straight, but you know what? Man on a galloping horse and all that nonsense my mother used to say. Okay. This is what I'm looking for. I guess it will do. Flatten everything down. Cut along here. And this is going to be it for today, kids. Yeah, I spent an hour doing 4 things. Honestly. So yeah, that one. And that one. And that one. And that one. Yeah. So, like I said, these were inspired by Kathy at Raven Vintage. I will link her below, of course. So head on over there and check out her whole series, 100 Ways to Use Scraps. And then the last series she did, 100 Days of Envelopes. That was very good as well. I did enjoy that. Got a lot of inspiration from it. I did not make everything that um, she did because I do not have room in my ready-made ephemera for 100, actually 200 more of anything. So yeah, got to start using what I have. Okay. Thanks for watching. Again, thank you so much to all of you who are subscribed. I appreciate it so very much. You just don't know how much I appreciate that. I love to read your comments. I love to get a conversation going in the comment section. So let's talk about it. So see y'all in the next one. Bye.